Daddy, let me.
Being a member of the armed forces even today has you put your life on the line. Because of this, you are to be issued a pair of identification tags in the event you are a casualty. Each and every soldier would be issued a set of these, making them an essential part of your impression, as well as the beginning of the personalization of your kit. The origins of the discussion of issued identification tags can be traced back to the Civil War. However, official widespread issuing of identification discs wouldn't come until the 1900s. The decades would pass, and the tag's design would continue to be changed, until World War II, when the design became something very close to what's in use today. However, what differentiates a World War II tag from a modern one is the notch seen here on the tag, which was used to keep it straightened in a line when making them. As the war pressed on, changes were being made to the tags. At the start of the war, it was not uncommon to see these tags made from Monel, which was a nickel-copper alloy. Although they changed very early on to stainless steel, and on other occasions you could find them made of brass. The issued chain it was held on to could be seen with a more ornate-looking design, with clips or the more popular ball chain style. There is also documentation of GIs using legging lace to hold their tags as well, and a PX version that was made of woven cloth. It was not only the chain of materials that changed, but also what was put on the dog tags as well. In total, there were 4 types of dog tag inscriptions. The first type consisted of 5 rows of text, with your first name, middle initial, and last name on the top row, your Army serial number on the second row, next of kin on the third row, and their address on the fourth row, and then their city, state, and religious affiliation on the fifth row. The second types were for the most part the same as the first type. However, in addition to your serial number on the second row, you also had the year you received your tetanus shot, which you typically would have received during your enlistment process. The tetanus stamp is recognizable by the T marking with the last 2 digits of the year you received it. And next to that would be your blood type. These types would see issuing from November of 1941 to July of 1943. They would then be swapped for a new type. From July of 1943 to March of 1944, the third type of dog tag would try to simplify what information was on them. You had your name along the top row, your serial number, tetanus year, and blood type along the second row, and your next of kin information was completely removed from the tags. On the bottom row, you could still find your religious affiliation. The fourth type, which saw issuing from March of 1944 to April of 1946, only changed one notable piece of your tag, and that was flipping it to your last name, first name, and middle initial. When doing research for your impression, it's important to take into consideration what time frame you are portraying and what would have been the most likely type seen. Luckily, reproduction dog tags for reenactors are in no short supply. Sites like World War II Dog Tags and Dog Tags by Kilroy on Facebook are capable of doing dog tags in each type, as well as bringing some variety in terms of your dog tag chain. Dog Tags by Kilroy comes in mind in particular as they manufacture their tags in stainless steel and in brass for early war impressions, as it's important to note that Monel tags had a similar color to brass. Dog tags were a major piece of identification as well as a casualty accountability. If it weren't for these little pieces of metal around your neck, thousands, if not more men would be left unaccounted for. With that being said, we hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to stay tuned for future episodes. And remember,
you're in the army now, you're not behind the plow. You'll never get rich while digging a ditch, you're in the army now. You're in the army now, you're in the army now. You'll never get rich on the salary which you get in the army now.